Hello there, and welcome to this simple tutorial on using the DJI Osmo Action 4 together with the D-Log-M color profile. Now, for those of you who are familiar with color grading and use a dedicated editing program, I will just go on to say that there is a dedicated LUT available on the DJI website, which is called DJI Osmo Action 4 D-Log-M to Rec.709 Vivid LUT. And this is the LUT that I would suggest you use if you are familiar with using LUTs inside a dedicated editing program, such as Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, or DaVinci Resolve. However, for this tutorial, we are going to be skipping this completely. Heading back to this screen, this is the app known as LightCut. It is available for iOS as well as Android. However, please check the DJI website to see whether this app is compatible with the model of phone that you are using. Once you have imported your D-Log-M clips into LightCut, you'll be met with this screen. Now, before we get to the color portion of this tutorial, I will give you a quick bonus tip. At the top of the screen are a bunch of symbols, one being a camera with what looks like a signal coming out of it, a box with the word default, a box with 4K and an arrow, and an export button. For this tutorial and quick tip, we're going to click on the box with the word default. Upon clicking on this box, you'll be met with a bunch of aspect ratios that are commonly used across social media platforms. You will see default, 16:9, 4:3, 1:1, 3:4, 9:16, and 21:9. The ones commonly used by Instagram are the 1:1 and 3:4 aspect ratio. However, most social media, such as Instagram Reels and TikTok, uses a 9:16 aspect ratio, which is the vertical format that is more commonly used by those social media platforms. And if we click on that, it will resize our footage for that size. For the rest of this tutorial, I'll be sticking to that aspect ratio. Right, let's get to the color option. So in LightCut, if you want to scrub through your footage, you can simply hold your finger down on the footage very lightly, and you can scrub through your footage. As you can see, the footage is very unsaturated and lacks color. This is because we have filmed in the D-Log-M color profile, which is useful for color grading. However, fear not, the camera is not broken and we haven't done anything wrong. Underneath your timeline, you will see that there are a bunch of options, that being cut, volume, speed, delete, copy, and reverse. We're going to skip them for now. Underneath that are more options, that being edit, music, filter, effect, text, and sticker. The one that we're going to want to click on is the one called filter, which is the third one along. Upon clicking on this, you'll be met with a bunch of options, that being filter, adjust, glamour effects, and if we scroll across, color recovery and aqua. If we click on filter, you'll see that there are a bunch of options. Now, these are just filters similar to the ones that we use on Instagram. Again, we are going to skip that for this tutorial. The next one across is one called adjust. This is where you can adjust the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, the temperature, such as the Kelvin value, vignette, and sharpness. Again, for this tutorial, we're going to skip that. Glamour effects is a tab commonly used for skin. You can see that there are numerous options to edit the skin tone. There is a slimming option, a chin option, smoothing, brightening, enlarging, and lightening. Again, for this tutorial, we are going to be skipping those. The next one across is one called color recovery, and that's the one that we will be using. However, I will quickly teach you about the aqua one. If you use a waterproof case on your footage, you can use the aqua tab to correct the lens correction of your footage. However, this is a different tutorial and I'll be covering this in a later video. We're going to go back to the color recovery tab. So in the color recovery tab, if we hold our finger down and scroll lightly through, you will see that there are numerous DJI products available, ranging from cameras to drones. If we scroll back, you'll see that there are options for Osmo Action Series. If we click on that, it will light up red and we are met with two options. One being for D-Cinelike and one being for D-Log-M. Now, if you own a previous Osmo Action Series camera that films in the D-Cinelike color space, then you will select the D-Cinelike option in order to convert your D-Cinelike filmed clips into a more saturated color space. However, for this tutorial, I filmed my clips using the D-Log-M color space on my DJI Osmo Action 4. Therefore, I will select this option. A quick bonus tip. If you look below this, you will see that there is a apply to all button as well as a tick button. If you just click the tick button, it will only apply the color recovery to the clip that you currently have selected. If you've imported numerous D-Log-M clips into your timeline, you're going to want to select the apply to all. A box will appear and you will simply click the apply to all button. This will apply the D-Log-M color recovery to all of the D-Log-M clips in your timeline. And if we now scrub through, we can see that our clips are back to being saturated. Beautiful. And that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you want to export your clips, you simply head to the top right and click the export button, and it will export your clip onto your phone. I hope you've learned something valuable from this simple and quick tutorial. And I'd very much appreciate if you could drop a like and even subscribe to the channel. I look forward to making more tutorials and tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your camera and the most out of your footage. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a pleasant and enjoyable day.